Welcome to the FOQUS usage guide, and for this video we're going to show you how to upload an Aspen Plus file into FOQUS. And for this video we're going to start from scratch, where we are going to create a new Aspen Plus file and upload this Aspen Plus file into FOQUS. So you need to have Aspen Plus open, and we're going to select new and select blank simulation and click create. So we go to our properties, so we're going to select fine, and we're going to select water as our component. So we're going to select water and click add selected compounds, and going to click close. And we're going to go to our simulation and add our pump. Going to add our material streams. So we need to have an input, likewise we also need to have an output. So we have our inlet and outlet streams, so now we need to specify our inlet streams. So what we need to do is we're going to need to right click on our inlet stream, select input. So we're going to specify the temperature as 25 degrees Celsius and the pressure as 1 bar, and the total flow rate is 1 kilomole per hour. And for our composition, we're going to select mole fraction and select 1 for water. So this takes care of the inputs. Then we also need to take care of our pump. So we're going to right click the pump and select input, and we would like the pressure ratio to be double. So that takes care of the pump, and to take care of any loose ends, we simply click next. And so for our paste method, we're going to select the SRK method, or the Suave Red Lake Kwong. And this takes care of all the inputs, so we go back to our simulation, and we click run. And as you can see, the run is successful, so the results are available. So what we're going to do now is we're going to save this file in our desktop, and we're going to call this Aspen Plus example. And when saving this file, it is important to also save it as a backup file. So we go to File, click Save As, and select Aspen Plus Backup. And we go to our desktop and save it as Aspen Plus example. So we close this, and afterwards we open up SimSinter by typing in Sinter, and we select Sinter from this list. So we click to proceed, and then we click Browse, and we go to our desktop and select our Aspen Plus file. So our example appears on our desktop, so we select the backup file. And this usually takes a minute or so to load. And as you can see, our Aspen Plus file is opened automatically by SimSinter. And this is not our file that we have on our desktop, but this is a read-only file that Sinter always automatically opens whenever we upload a file to Sinter. So here we have SimSinter, and our file location is once again in our desktop, and we're using Aspen version 8.4. And we're saying that our Aspen file must be at least version 8.4. So this is the title of our simulation, and we can add our description, the author's names, as well as the date. So we select today's date and click next. And okay, so now we need to specify the input and output variables. So this is where going to Aspen Plus will come in handy. So we select this. We select the input stream, right click and select inputs. So one way to insert the input into SimSinter is to select our variable of interest, namely our inlet temperature. Then we right click and say copy. Then we go to our customize tab here and select variable explorer. Afterwards we right click anywhere in this box and select find clipboard variable. So we have our call here, so we simply copy by hitting Ctrl+C on our keyboard. We go back to SimSinter, we hit Ctrl+V on our keyboard. Then we delete the quotation mark and everything that comes after it and everything that comes before it. And we hit enter. So our temperature then is selected, so we double click this and we have our inlet temperature showing up in this box. So we select make input to make this an input variable, and we're going to change this name to inlet T for inlet temperature. And for our inlet pressure, we're going to do something a little different, where we're going to use this variable tree in SimSinter to locate our pressure. So we can simply scroll up and select press here, and then mixed, and double click, and then this is now our inlet pressure. We make this our input and we select inlet underscore P. And for our last inlet variable, which is our molar flow rate, we're going to use the first method again. So we're going to copy this. So we're going to select this variable, hit Ctrl+C on our keyboard, then go to our variable explorer, right click on this box and find clipboard variable. So we now have our total flow. So we copy this by hitting Ctrl+C, go back to SimSinter, select this in this box, and we hit Ctrl+V on our keyboard and delete everything to the right and to the left of our quotation marks. Hit enter. And in this case, we have the total flow here being selected, so we double click on mixed. And this is our inlet flow rate, so we make this our input. And for the name, we have inlet underscore FR for flow rate. So for this example, these are the inputs that we have, and we can vary the value of the minimum and the maximum. So let's do that. This step is optional, but it doesn't hurt to do that. So let's make the minimum equal to 0 and maximum equal to 50. And for our pressure, let's make the minimum equal to 0.5 and maximum equal to 1.5. And for the inlet flow rate, let's make the minimum equal to 0.5 and maximum equal to 1.5. And for our inlet temperature, let's make the minimum equal to 10. Yes. So that takes care of the inputs. So now let's take care of the output. So we go to our main flow sheet, and this time we right click on our outlet stream and select results and select results. So we're interested in, let's say, the total flow rate. So we select this, right click and select copy. We go to our variable explorer once again in Aspen Plus, right click anywhere in the box and go find clipboard variable. So we have our outlet flow rate. So we go to SimSinter, select this box and delete everything to the right and to the left of the quotation marks. Hit enter, and this time our outlet flow rate is shown on this box. So we click make output, and now we change this name to outlet flow rate, or FR for flow rate. Now we go back to our Aspen Plus file, and now we go to our material, S2 material for the outlet stream, and we're going to select the temperature and copy this, and then we go to our variable explorer, right click anywhere in the box and go find clipboard variable. So we select this call again, then we go back to SimSinter, delete this and paste it and delete everything to the right and to the left of our quotation marks. Hit enter, and once again our outlet variable is shown on this box. So we make this output, and then we change this name to outlet temperature, or T for temperature. And for the outlet pressure, we're going to do something that a little different that we've done previously in this video. So we're going to actually look for, we're going to use our variable tree, and we're going to look for stream S2, which is our output stream, and we're going to search for our outlet pressure. So this is our outlet pressure. We double click on mixed and we make this our output, and then we change this name to outlet underscore P for pressure. So that takes care of the output variables, and we can save this anytime by, we can save this SimSinter file anytime by clicking Ctrl S on your keyboard, but clicking this finish button also automatically saves your file. So we're going to do that. We're going to click finish. Then we're going to close our Aspen Plus file, and we don't need to save this because as I mentioned, this is the read-only file. So we're going to select no. Then we go to FOQUS, and what we need to do is upload our model into Turbine. And you can think of Turbine as the job queuing software in FOQUS. So SimSinter acts as the bridge between your Aspen Plus file and FOQUS, while Turbine lets FOQUS know that there is a job to do. So we're gonna select this, add update bundle to Turbine. I'm gonna click browse, and we go to our desktop where we save our Aspen Plus file. And whenever we insert a model into SimSinter, it automatically generates a JSON type file in the same location where your Aspen Plus file is saved. So we select our Aspen Plus example, and we click OK. And for this session name, we're going to call this Aspen Plus example, and we're going to save this by clicking Ctrl C on your keyboard. We click continue, and we go to our desktop and save it as Aspen Plus example. Now we go to our flow sheet, and we insert a node. Let's call this node Aspen. Then we open our node editor, and we select the model type as Turbine and the model as our Aspen Plus file, so Aspen Plus example. And okay, so this table now shows our input variables, so the inlet flow rate, inlet pressure, and inlet temperature. And you also have the values of our inlet flow rate, pressure, and temperature, the default values, which are the values that we specify in SimSinter, and the minimum and maximum values that we specified in SimSinter. For output variables, we have the outlet flow rate, pressure, and temperature, and we also have the status here, which shows whether or not the simulation has run successfully. And for this demo, I'm going to change these values to 0 to show that the simulation actually works. Now, as a user, you don't need to do this, but the reason I'm doing it, as I mentioned, is to, again, show that the simulation works, that if it actually works, these zeros right here will change to the actual correct answer. So we're going to save this by hitting Ctrl S and clicking continue. Now we're going to run this flow sheet. And whenever we run an Aspen model in FOQUS for the first time after uploading it or after opening FOQUS, it usually takes a little longer than when we do it the second time or third time after the first run. And as you can see, the simulation is successful, so we click OK. And so we have our input variables, and when we select our output variables, these values change to the correct answer. So we have a successful simulation. So this concludes our tutorial regarding how to upload an Aspen Plus file into FOQUS. So thank you for watching.